everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you who are brand new here, welcome! I'm Alice Hanoff, which I'm sure you know from the original introduction video. But just in case, hi, I am Alice Hanoff. I'm an indie author and I write upper YA fantasy. I say upper YA specifically because it is 16 plus due to the violence, gore, romance that leads to adult things in the books that is inappropriate for children who are younger than that. But I'm here to welcome you all to my page, as well as to bring back this fantastic page, because I have missed talking to all of you amazing people. And I thought, since so many new people have found me in the last year while I have been absent, I would love to know what it is you guys want. And then I'll tell you a little bit about what I've been doing for the last year while I've been having a hiatus from my YouTube channel. So first of all, what is it you guys want to see? You've probably noticed from before when I was doing videos, I would read my short stories from my prequel, which I have down here, out loud, as well as talk about the world of Torian, which is the world that my series, The Head, the Heart, and the Air, takes place in. Since I started this channel, I have now released book 1, book 2, and book 3, with book 4 coming out in a little over a month on April 2nd. So we are doing fantastic. Book 5 is with my editor now, and we'll be releasing in September. And additionally, I will be releasing an omnibus in May, which will include the prequel with a bunch of new short stories featuring Griffin, as well as book 1 and 2, and we'll be having extra scenes and illustrated art and things like that. We'll talk about that more later, but just so you know what's happening with the writing, I am also halfway through book 6, writing it at the moment, and book 7 will come after it and is likely going to be the end. There could be a book 8, but that's if I have to split up book 6 and 7 because they're just too long. So that's where I am with this series. And I say that specifically because I've started my next book series, which is going to be a dark fantasy romance. And at this time, I'm putting the very rough first chapters up on my Patreon. So if you like reading things before anybody else sees them, go and follow my Patreon. I will put it in the comments or link it in the description of the video, because my husband has not even read these chapters yet. So the Patreon followers are getting them before my husband gets his hands on them. So you get to see exactly how my little brain works. But I'm very excited about that. This book series will likely be a duology, so there'll be 2 of them. I'm intending to write the entire 2 books together and then have them edited and produced so that I can get them out quickly back to back. So that's what's been up with regards to the writing. I've also started attending a lot more in-person book events. So last year I attended a lot in Ontario, Canada. And now this year, 2024, I've branched out a little bit. I've already attended one in Florida. I went to Tropicon this last weekend in St. Augustine, which for those who don't know is one of the top 3 most haunted cities in the US. I went on so many ghost tours, and I'm going back hopefully to Tropicon next year as well, and we'll be going on more ghost tours. My friend Killian lives there. Love it. So much fun. So I attended that. My next book event will be in Ontario, and it will be in June. And after that, in August, I will be attending Ignite Your Soul, which is a big book event that's taking place this year in Toronto, Ontario. And then in September, I'll be at Getting Witchy With It, which is clearly a witch-themed event that takes place in Salem, Massachusetts every year. And it's in September, and I will be attending the Sunday as an author and the Saturday as a reader. So if you live near any of these places and you want a chance to meet me, definitely check out those different book events. I would love to meet you. I think meeting people is the best. And now, let's talk about what I can do with this page and what I'd love to be able to do with it as well. So I'd like to continue talking about the book series that I'm writing, The Head, the Heart, and the Air, filling you in on all the things that have come up in book 3, 4, and will be coming up in book 5 once it's released in September of this year. I'd also like to start talking about my new dark fantasy romance that I'm writing, because it takes place in the world of Torian, but a completely different timeline. The current series takes place in 1500s. This one will be taking place 1,000 years earlier, so in the 500s. So it's a very different world as well. The map has been expanded, so you'll notice in the books there's a line on the left side of the map. Well, I filled that entire part of the world in. Here's the map. So yes, and as well, because this whole side is undiscovered by the sorcerers and our kind of thing, they are actually going to be dealing with a lot more mythical creatures and animals and that, because this whole side of the world has a lot of other creatures in it, like werewolves, satyrs, mermaids, selkies, sirens, and a couple of humans, but significantly less humans. They are a much smaller portion of the population than on the other side of the world, where they make up pretty much all of it. So that is what I'm working on, which is super excited. It's super smutty. I'm very much enjoying writing it right now. And that is the delight that I'm working on. I also want to be able to answer all your questions here again. I had a segment previously called Ask Alice. So if you have any questions for me, please drop them in the comments. I would love to start that up again. But again, I need to have, well, you guys got to ask me questions so that I can answer them. Otherwise, Ask Alice is just Alice standing here answering questions that she thought of herself, which is far less exciting. And then I also have been working on my bookish merchandising store as well. So in the past year, I've started an Etsy store as well as expanded my merch store myself. And I'm focusing on bookish style things such as advent calendars, and last year I had a couple different types of advent calendars, such as general bookish, fantasy, spooky, like Halloween type themed, as well as dark romance, and I will be doing those again later this year. So if you love bookish themed anything, stick around and then you'll be able to learn about those, and I'll probably ask you guys for help or suggestions and things like that. And if you don't want to know what's in them because you plan to buy one, I will make sure to use very good labels on those for you so that you can have the opportunity to avoid them. And lastly, I would like to start reviewing the books I read again. So far this year, I've already managed to read 10, which is fantastic. I'm 2 ahead of my goal, which is to read 52. So 1 book a year. And I would love to start doing book reviews again. So I'm probably going to do that because I think they're a lot of fun. If you have anything you want to specifically see regarding the book reviews, like maybe what I love, what I hate, or just my rambling opinion on what I liked and didn't like about a book, please let me know again, because I just want to give you guys what it is you're here for. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. But I mean, I'm back, so that's something, right? And hopefully in the next month, I will be able to stockpile a couple videos for you so that I'll be able to post more consistently and more regularly. Right now, I will simply try to get at least 1 or 2 videos up a week as I start building my backlog of them for you again. So thank you so much for staying with me and being here still. And I can't wait to let you know all the exciting things I've got coming. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day wherever you are. I hope you have some time to read today, and make sure you take some time for yourself, because we all deserve a little bit of fun and a little bit of reading. So have a great day, you guys, and I will talk to you later. Bye.